trading session. This is ITG Finance, and this stream is for educational purposes only. I am creating a video log of my trading session so that I can learn and get better. If there's anything here that you think you can apply, please do so at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't give financial advice or trading advice. I just kind of walk through what I'm doing and hope you enjoy watching and getting something out of it. If you do like the video or the stream, go ahead and give me a like so that YouTube can share it with more people, and subscribe so that you can get notifications when I go live. All right, we'll get into this morning's trading session. I'm just going to look for some opportunities to take some trades. Normally I just kind of go through the pairs, look to see if where the trend is based on this HMA line, and then if it's above the HMA and it's blue and the stochastic is below 50, I'll normally take a buy. It's kind of a pullback. If the opposite's true, if it's red, the price is below and the stochastic's above 50, I'll take a short. And that's pretty much the basics. There's some additional analysis, but that's the general sense. There's been some choppy markets here for some of these Aussie pairs. Let's see what the rest of the world looks like. This is pretty close to a setup, but the problem is, it's really close to the HMA. Normally, once it crosses over the HMA, then take a special setup for me to get in. So, oops. So we're below the HMA, and we're below stochastic. So, but since this is the second green bar, I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade and just see if we can get some of these pips on the push back up. So. All right, here's a good sell signal on the Euro JPY. We'll go ahead and take that. Not much setting up yet this morning. Again, we're above the stochastic, the 50 mark, and the HMA is red, but since we're on the high side of the HMA, we would not be taking this as a short. It looks like the HMA is about to move over, to switch over anyway. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Once it gets close to the HMA, it's hard to take a short, knowing that it could just make this run up. Same thing here, right? It touched the HMA. Now we would have gotten, we would have made some pips here, but in here, there are some better examples of when it wouldn't be a good idea to take a short or a long. Even if I took one here, right, it would have taken me an hour, 2 hours maybe even, for it to hit my take profit. So it's a long time when you're trying to scalp for an hour in the morning. All right, here's a good setup. We had, some price movement that pushed it down. We've had a pullback, and we're way above the stochastic 50 line. So I'm going to go ahead and take a sell here. See if we can get 3 pips out of that when it pulls back down. Alright, that looks like all the setups for now. We'll go look at the 15-minute on these pairs that we took trades on. On the 15-minute, I don't really look at the HMA as much as I do. I just kind of watch the stochastic to see where we're at in the trading fluctuation. And if I continue to get some pullbacks, I'll take more trades and try to stack them up a little bit. This is a little more risky for me just because of where we're at in, being under the HMA. Like I said, this could be one of those dangerous areas where the price continues to run. If we would have gone long in here due to the setup, then we would have still been waiting to get our 3 pips back out of this trade. So luckily, we're in a position where you can get a little bit of a bounce around in here before the price goes back down, if that's what it's going to do. We'll do the same thing for the Euro JPY. not what I wanted to do. See if we can catch some pips when this thing turns back around up here in these resistance levels. I like where our take profit is right here at the tip of these pivots. So hopefully we can get up here a little bit and catch the pullback down. Similar thing here, we got a little bit of a price movement up. The only bad part is that there's no support or resistance until you get kind of up here in these higher levels. There's a little bit right where the price is right now, which is enough for me to put a couple cells on. Try to catch some of these pips as it comes back down. And again, my take profits right here, above these support levels. So that'd be great. The Euro ADE is going a little crazy over here. And almost went all the way down and hit our stop loss. Would have been nice to catch it down here and rode that pullback back up, but let's see if we can get some movement back up to the upside. I don't want to build into this trade too much, just because of the direction the market's going. But if we can at least get a little pullback, we'll have a chance to break even. Looks like this is starting to come back a little bit. Yeah, no end in sight for the Euro Aussie. I don't know what's going on. But, like I said, this is kind of typical when you take a trade on the wrong side of the HMA. You'll get these big runs, like right here, right here. So, can't really say this isn't typical. I'll leave our stop losses on just because I don't want to try to chase a market run like this. If it turns around and gets hard to take profits, great. If not, then that's what's up. I'm just hoping these support levels in here hold up, right? Got about 30 seconds for it to decide what it wants to do at that support level. But this is a good example of why I'm more cautious on these trades where the market's on the wrong side of the HMA for my particular setup. Well, there goes our stop losses. Go ahead and close out of these trades too, so I don't take more losses. Now it's broken through that resistance level. I didn't want to be stuck in this, as it runs its way down. Alright, let's go check out the NZD USD. Nice little run up here. The question is it going to come all the way back up to these support levels, or is it going to just come up enough to start moving back down? This is kind of an abnormal candle here on the hour chart. So the question is it going to do a full retracement back up into these levels before it comes back down? Or is it going to, get a little bit of a pullback and then go back in the downward direction? Now you can see you have some support level down here that the price has been bouncing off of. So that's what it did here, even with the big push. It bounced off of the support level and we came back up. So is it going to be another run like this, right? Or are we going to see it come back and test that again? But ideally, even with some of these candles, like back here where it made a big run up and tried to retrace, if we can just get some of that upward momentum as it bounces around. This market's kind of been going sideways, right? It's kind of been stuck trying to break out of these ranges right in here. Right? And it'll break out and it'll come back. Break out, come back. Break out, come back. So it's interesting to see the market do that. That's why, I think eventually this could go ahead and run up either back to this upside or break out again, right? An attempt to move in a direction. But it's just been crawling right along here, bouncing back and forth. Around this box. Even when it breaks out, it kind of comes back to the box, gets stuck in there, and goes back up. I do think with this big of a push down, there's a good chance that there's still some momentum in the market to push this down even further. Even when the bulls tried to move the price up, you've been getting all these wicks at the top, so they haven't really been able to gain traction and push hard. we'll just kind of watch this for a couple minutes and see if we can scalp some of these pips back out that we lost earlier. Just layering on those trades as it moves up.